Alright, for those of you that need help with number 2, you can check in here. Which of the following equations has exactly one solution? Well, here's what we're doing. Basically, the first thing you're going to do is use the distributive property to, well, you're going to distribute this coefficient in front of the parentheses. Okay, 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. 2/3 times 6 is 12/9. And at this point, I can already tell that this does not have one solution, and here's how I know that. I can see that the coefficient of x is the same on both sides of the equation, which means when I try to solve for x, I'm going to subtract this 2x from both sides. And then at that point, I'm left with just those plain numbers of 4/3 and 4, which lies to you. That means no solution. So this one's out. So looking over here, same thing. Once I distribute this 4/5, 4/5 n, 4/5 times 1/3 is 4/15. Again, the coefficient of n is the same, so I know this cannot be one solution. It is a special case of no solution or infinitely many. In this case, again, no solution. Moving on to these two here. This one's tricky because the coefficient of the variable, it looks the same, but that negative sign is the difference maker. When I go to do the algebra, I'm going to subtract 3/7 y from both sides, and that actually works quite well because when I subtract 3/7 from -3/7, I end up with -6/7. And then if I went along to solve that, subtracting 13 from both sides, I'm going to get 0. I'm going to get y is equal to 0. So this is going to end up being your answer because there's exactly one solution. Real quickly, just so you can see what this one looks like, because this one was sneaky as well. Distributing, you end up with this fraction of 14/8 t, which can actually reduce to 7/4 t. And then again, you have the coefficient of the variable to be the same, and you're going to end up with no solution. So that's problem number 2 for those of you that needed some help.